Hello everyone. I'm going to show you a really quick way to label your blocks after you have them sewn and before you're ready or when you're ready to sew them into your quilt. So let me stop and I want to show you the quilt that I have up on my design wall as an example. Okay, here is the quilt that's on my design wall. It's made, or I intend to sew it together in vertical rows, and I have to get close here because I've already gone through and marked all of the rows with these little, see these little blue bits of masking tape. When I'm getting ready to put blocks together, before I take my arrangement off of the wall and stack it up or do any sewing, I mark the rows, mark each block with a bit of sticky masking tape, just a regular blue masking tape, and I use a regular marker, and I write on them numbers sometimes, or maybe a letter or two. This is row 1. These blocks are not put together. So this is row 1, block 1. This is row 1, block 2. Row 1, block 3. 1, 4 is row 1, block 4. At the bottom, this is row 1, block 5. So then the next row is a sashing row, and I've called it S1 for sashing. Sashing 2, etc., etc., etc. Then this is row 2, and it's 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. I always put my little blue strips in the same place. So they're always sort of on the front left side. So if you have a quilt that it matters which way the block lays, this can keep you from turning it around or having it come out in the wrong direction. And for the middle sash on this one, I put MS1. That's middle sash 1. Middle sash 2. Now you can leave these little stickers on here as long as you like. It doesn't really hurt when you sew them together. If you iron over them, I usually, after I sew a row together, I will take the little sticky things off except for the very top one. I will leave the top or the one on the end on until I have the rows all sewn together, and then when I sew the rows together, I can hang them back up and make sure everything is aligned and sew the rows together. At the very end, I just take my sticky tape off and throw it away, and my quilt top is put together. All right, I have one more thing about labeling your quilt blocks. I'm very lucky because my design wall is right behind my sewing machine. So I can often leave my quilt up on the wall, pull down one row, sew it together, pull down the next row. Right now, row 2, the bottom half is under the sewing machine needle. Sometimes if it's a very big quilt, then I have to pile everybody up and lay them on the table here. But for this small one, I can do this and leave it on the wall. The other thing that it sort of helps, if as you press your blocks, if you press them to go in opposite directions, then they will sew together better. So for these blocks, I press them all towards this gray bar, which is supposed to be like a steel beam or something. The other blocks, I wanted to press. There's a seam here and it's pressed up. So I pressed this seam coming down. When I got to here, I pressed the seam going down and this one going up. And that way, after I piece them together, I don't press them right away. I stick them up here and I say, okay, which way does this seam going? I'm going to do the opposite. And so I did the same thing for this and this. And it may be that adding a third row may booger things up. But you can't always have them exactly right, and we'll deal with it. But if you can wait and press after you have them on your wall, see how they're going to fit together, and then you can press in the right direction. So that's it. That's my last tip here about labeling your blocks. Thank you for watching my video. And please subscribe to see more of similar videos. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up so I know what people are wanting to see. And if you have any comments or questions or things that you're wanting to see more of, let me know that in the comments too. Thanks again.